All right, ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, let's get rocking and rolling. Tonight, Donald J. Trump is going to go to a joint session in Congress. This is not State of the Union. He was invited by Michael Johnson, and he will address both houses of Congress. I'm sure he will be himself. He'll speak like he always does. The American public will love it. Elon Musk will be present as well. It is going to be a good old time. I'm looking forward to watching it. The Democrats plan a response that's going to include, apparently, per the Democrats, some fired federal workers. Imagine that. Pam Bondi says she's gotten out a truckload of documents relative to Epstein and that the client list and the documents will be released. Go Pamela Joe. The head of the New York FBI canned. About time. Pfizer says their response to tariffs is going to be building manufacturing facilities here in the United States. That's one of the things Trump's wanting to accomplish. Kroger CEO Rodney McMullen is had to resign after an investigation at work involving personnel matter. A personal matter. Does not include, apparently, another Kroger associate. It's always involving sex, right? National debt is now $36 trillion. May God have mercy on the United States. Steak and Shake fries. They are now being made with 100% beef tallow. Good job, producer. Which means RFK Jr. is singling them out for starting progress. Can you imagine how much healthier we're going to be thanks to RFK Jr. and Donald Trump? Buffett, he says tariffs are actually, they're not toys and they're not going to work. Warren Buffett's a jackwagon. Remember, he owns Medical Protective and refuses to pay victims of Dr. Durrani because he's a scumbag. It's a negotiation tool, Mr. Buffett. Linda McMahon has now been approved for the Education Secretary, a department that she is going to get rid of. Mayor Wu from Boston expressed words of sympathy to the knife attacker of the police. This woman is a jackwagon. Chuck Todd said everything about Joe Biden being a family man was bullshit. Now he says it. See, he did the book about hanging up all the problems of them concealing the good old Joe Biden's mental capacity. As Chuck Todd points out, he goes, every one of Joe Biden's kids was messed up. He was not a family man. Fort Moore has been renamed back to Fort Benning, Georgia. Ashley Babbitt apparently is going to get $30 million. Her family. She was the only person that died at the Capitol on January 6th, shot dead. And filibuster. You can't make it up. The Democrats are willing to filibuster the transgender law. Crazy. All right, turning to local news, I'm going to make fun of 700 WLW. Nobody listens to 700 WLW anymore. I have more listeners and followers than anybody on 700 WLW. Well, apparently on Sunday night, Bill Cunningham, my former friend, had some type of a mic issue. He fell off a chair or something. And yesterday, Scott Sloan thought it would be funny to act like Willie was dead in some kind of joke. Well, here's the problem. There was a lot of people that didn't know it was a joke. You don't joke about somebody dying. But you see, Scott Sloan and 700 WLW are so desperate for ratings that they do these things from time to time. All right, Kentucky is doing their own Doge. It's Doge. It's been approved. And human remains have been found in Delhi. Can you imagine Sabrina and Jamie going on a walk and finding some human remains? And also around Cincinnati, a lot of people got shot last night. We're leaving that off our news today. In world news, Zelensky's military aid has been cut off. Not good. And NATO UN. There's a bigger cry for people, for the United States to leave NATO and the UN. I'm telling you, this is just me, I don't think the United States should leave NATO and the UN. It doesn't mean we should follow them and we should let them bind us, but the bottom line is, I think we should stay. Canada, China, and Mexico tariffs went into effect at midnight. Let the games and negotiations begin. And there's $100 billion investment coming from a Taiwan chip maker. That's where all the chips are made anyway. Sports Without Boundaries. Today is game day. UK plays LSU. It's senior night, and all of our good players are going to be gone. T. Higgins has got the franchise tag again. Lakers have won 6 straight since old Luka came there. Pope says he's burning the suit he wore at the Auburn game. I like that. Jimmy Johnson is retiring from Fox News Sports. Sam Woods, good old Tiger Woods' daughter, won a 2A Florida State championship. I think she's a defender. And the Reds beat the Brewers yesterday on a comeback 5-4. And pop culture, sad to report, Dolly Parton's husband from all these years, Dean, passed away at the age of 82. And Musk has hired a high-powered attorney to fight back of that nasty woman who's claiming that she's fathered his child. And finally, your Shakespeare insult of the day is, do not be a wayward, shrill-gorged giglet. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I truly hope today is yours.